So today I will be going to explain about the capstone projects. The capstone projects we are having with the 6 parts, like we are having with 3 preps. In the 3 preps, we are having all the 6 parts. In prep 1, you will be having with 3 parts, and prep 2 and prep 3, you will be having 2 parts. Totally 6 parts we are having. So today we are discussing about the prep 1 part 1. In this prep 1 part 1, you will be having a case study and some questions. So you need to go through that case study and you have to answer those questions based on your case study. So before answering the questions, you need to analyze the case study, whatever providing by the COEPD. So as of now, I'm explaining you a case study, how to analyze it and how to answer the questions. So it is a similar case study for the capstone project. It is not an exact case study, whatever you're going to do. This is the similar one. The questions are same in every capstone project, but only the case study is different. What I'm explaining now, you will be getting another case study. So here my case study is like, so here the session will be beginning at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So you need to answer all the questions in the session. Like I will be explaining you all the questions here, and whatever you are having the doubts, you need to type in the chat box. Okay, I will clear all your doubts in the end of the session. So here coming to case study, my case study is about Mr. Anant. He had an idea to develop a website to devoted to fashion with a focus on high-end apparel and accessories. So he just want to create a website. So for that he is going to collaborate with Mr. Bhaskar, Miss Kathy, and Mr. Dominic. So he has a requirements in developing a website. Like the website should be navigate like the website should be navigate easily and have a contemporary looks and process payments quickly. So these are the requirements he is having to complete that website. So here Mr. Anthony, he is collaborating with the Mr. Bhaskar, Miss Kathy, and Mr. Dominic, right? So here Miss Kathy, she has already a similar application and the sales are drastically declining. So he want to take some inputs from the Mr. Miss Kathy, like some suggestions. So she already have a application, right? So based on Miss Kathy experience, Mr. Anthony want to take some suggestions how to develop your website. So as Mr. Anthony requirements, he fixed a timeline of 18 months with having the budget with 1 crore. So to Miss Kathy, she has an application already. Whatever the problem she is facing with, like lack of knowledge of fashion of the customers and lack of customer reach, and looking to these current problems, Mr. Anthony has a team. He pulled a team to develop this application. So Mr. Anthony company is Novacorp on-site team. So in that in that company, the people like Mr. Philip, he's a project head, and Mr. Walter White, Mr. Walter White, Miss Ruby, and Miss Serena. These are the committee members, and Mr. Anthony is going to another a different team to develop this project. The company named Adino Offshore Team. So here Mr. Anthony is a client, right? So that he is approaching to the another company, that is Adino Offshore Team. In the team, there are the people having with Mr. John, he is a delivery head, and Miss Anna, he is a project manager. Mr. Chase, he is a senior Java developer, and Miss Nora, Java, Miss Nora, Mr. Sushank, and Miss Vivian. These are the Java developers we are having in this project. So Mr. Mike, he is a network admin, and Mr. John, he is a database admin, and Mr. Johnson and Miss Neff testers. These are the testers we are having. So here the business analyst is you. Like you are going through this project, right? So that you are a BA. So first we need to go through this project. We need to decode that case study. What is that case study? We need to decode it. So to decode that case study, we are going through the project idea. So Mr. Anthony want to develop a website which is devoted to fashion with a focus on high-end apparel and accessories, right? So in this way, we need to decode the case study. What is the project idea? What are the current needs, and what are the overview of the project, and what are the current problems we are having to resolve it. So here the current needs are like it must be easy to navigate, and it have a contemporary look, and to process payments quickly. So the overview of the project is like taking inputs from the taking inputs from the category. So the overview of this project is like it is an e-commerce based project. There is an existing application, right? So that he want to build an application, the existing application with the current project would like to take inputs from the current one. And the current problems are like to decline of sales and non-user friendly and unable to handle the competition. So these are the problems having with that application. So based on this case study, we need to go through that. Coming to question 1. So this is all about the case study. From we have decoded the case study, and now we are going to answer the questions whatever given. So the question number 1 is to prepare a business process model, BPM. So in this business process model, we need to know what is the goal of the project, and what are the inputs, what are the resources, outputs, and what are the activities and values of this project. And the goal is is nothing but to bridge the gap between the buyers and sellers. The inputs are like the customer data, marketing campaigns, and the trained employees. So these are the goal, inputs, resources, whatever used in my case study. Based on this, in the same way, you need to go through your case study, and you need to answer all the questions based on those case study. Okay. So the resources like warehouses, software, office space, they are used. We have used in this case study, and the value activities we have to go all through this. And this is the first question. And the coming to second question, we need to find out the SWOT analysis. SWOT is nothing but strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Like what are the strength having in this project to develop an application. So in my case study, the strengths are like a strong brand recognition and a reputation in the online fashion. And weaknesses are like a dependence on external vendors and supply chain disruptions and all. So these are in this way we need to find out the strength, weakness, and opportunities and threats. So, and the third question is about the feasibility study. So feasibility study is to check this project is viable or not. Like means what are the possibilities to implement an application? We need to go through that. What are the possibilities, like what are the technologies? What are the resources? What is the budget? What is the timeline? So what is the software we are using? So in this case study, Mr. Anthony fixed a timeline and the budget, right? So the time frame is like 18 months, and the budget is about 1 crore. And the resources like a project management team, business analyst, and the software developers, and the hardware. What are the hardware we are using? What is the software we are using? In this way, we need to find out the feasibility study. Like these are the possibilities we are having to complete an application. And what is here the fourth question is about gap analysis. The gap analysis is nothing but gap between the current state and the desired state. Here the current state is nothing but as is, and the desired state it is nothing but to be. So whatever the gap is we need to analyze the gap to implement an application. What is the current state we are having? What are the current issues we are facing? And what is the situation, current situation? We need to analyze those all. And we after desiring like after completing of that application, what is the development we have done, what is like how we are approaching it, how the people approaching it, and how the sales is going on. The gap between these current state and desired state we need to analyze. This is about the gap analysis. And coming to fifth question, it is about risk analysis. As we all know, to implement an application, we will have risk, right? So risk is an uncertain event which may cause project failure, or else which may slow down the process, right? Like for example, the team we are having developers, right? While we are implementing an application, if a developer is having lack of knowledge, then it will be taking some time, because they want to prepare, and they want to implement an application. Slowly they will go through, right? So this is a one type of risk, because it will take lot of time. Whatever the timeline we are having, it will take lot of time, more than that time, because we are having with a lack of, the developer is having lack of knowledge. And also, if you want to take another example, we can go with like we are having a team. Let us assume that we are having three developers. In the three developers, one developer is went off from the company. He has some personal issues, and he went off from the company. And here the people will become two members, right? So whatever the timeline we are having with 18 months, in this 18 months, the two developers, they want to develop an application. So it is not possible to complete those with the two members, right? So it will be a risk. So in this, we are having with internal risk, external risk, and the BA risk and the project risk. You need to find out what are the risk involved in the application. So coming to sixth question, it is a RACI matrix. We can also the people will say like stakeholder analysis. Here, stakeholder analysis, we are finding the stakeholders. We are analyzing the stakeholder, and we are going to identify the stakeholders by using this RACI matrix. Here, RACI means RA. R is nothing but responsible and accountable. A is accountable, C is consulted and informed. Here, the responsible, they will like who are the responsible people to develop this application, like BA developers, they will come under this responsible. And accountable means who are involved in accountable, like Mr. like a project head and the sponsors. The decisions, who will take the decisions, will come under this accountable. And consulted, like the inputs, we are taking inputs from the consultant, like we are taking inputs from the project experts, like subject experts people. We are taking suggestions from them how to develop an application, and some ideas. And coming to informer, what are the updates in application, doing an application, what are the updates we are going to, we can get informed, like a project manager, developers, whatever they're developing, they will inform it to the leads, right? To the project manager or the leads. This will those will come under this informed. In this way, you need to find out the stakeholders by using this RACI matrix. And coming to seventh question, it is a business, like to prepare a business case document. So in this business case document, we are going to find out like why is this project initiated, and what are the current problems we are having in that application to implement an application. And with this project, how many problems could be solved? Like what are the issues we are facing, and how many we are in that issues, how many we are going to solve, and what are the resources required, and how many organizational change is required to adopt this technology, and what is the time frame to recover ROI, and how to identify stakeholders. In this way, we need to prepare a business case document to know about that project. For example, here, what is like why is this project initiated means, in market there are less websites for the fashion, right? So that Mr. Anthony want to develop a website by having accessories and all. So this is the way we need to go with the uh, we need to go to analyze why is the project initiating, and what are the current problems. These all the things we need to find out in this business case document. And coming to SDLC. SDLC, first we need to go through that SDLC, software development life cycle. So in this software development life cycle, we need to know where we are using this SDLC, and we need to know what is methodology, like SDLC methodologies, models, and what is mean by methodology, and what are the types of methodologies. Here we are having with four types of methodologies, like the sequential, waterfall, iterative, evolutionary, and agile. Like sequential, in this we are having with like waterfall model. So models we are having with SDLC model, we need to know what is the model and what are the types of models we are having with, like waterfall model, V model, spiral model, Scrum model, and RUP model. So these are the things we need to go through this 8 and 9 question. And coming to 10 question, what is the difference between waterfall model and V model? We need to know that. So waterfall model, it will be the less cost, and the V model, it will be an expensive. So after in waterfall model, after completing of the project, the testing activities will be done. In V model, the testing activities will be done parallelly. While developing a project, the testing will be done parallelly. Okay, and for waterfall model, like after completing of the development, we will go through the testing. And here, and the waterfall model will be a linear way, and we in V model we don't move any linear way. So these are the different, this is the difference between waterfall model and V model we are having with. And based on the your case study, you can go with that, what are the, you can find out what are the differences we are having with. And coming to 11th question, it is all about, you need to, as a business analyst, you need to justify your answers. Like you need to select a model, like which model you will suggest for the application for your case study. Based on your case study, which application you will go with, the waterfall model or V model or agile methodology or Scrum model, which model you want to go with, you can suggest there. And here, coming to 12th question, it is about the Gantt chart. First, we need to know what is Gantt chart. So it is a graphical representation where we represent about the resources who are involved in the project and how much they are involving in the project, how much timeline, or how much duration they are involving in the project, we are going to show here. So this is the Gantt chart based on my case study. So every case study, whatever the case study you are getting, the Gantt chart will be different. Whatever, if they ask it for waterfall model, we want to go with that waterfall model. If they ask it for V model, we need to draw with the V model. So this is not an exam, like uh, it the Gantt chart, it won't be like this for every model, like waterfall model and V model. It will be different. It will be based on the case study. You need to go through the case study. Based on that, you need to draw this Gantt chart. Okay, if they ask you for V model, you need to go with the V model. If they ask you for waterfall model, you need to go with the waterfall model. Okay, and coming to 13th question. So here we need to find out the fixed bit and the billing projects. Here in this fixed bit, the risk will be more to the organizational people rather than the client, because Mr. Anthony will be the client, right? So that he fixed a timeline, like 18 months he has fixed, and the budget like 1 crore. So in billing project, client won't give the project. So based on this fixed budget and timeline, the team, developers or the people, they want to develop an application only within this timeline. So whatever the problems they are facing, it is all about them. At any cost, they need to finish this application within 18 months within the budget. So it is an issue for the team. If they have any problems occurred in between, they want to resolve themselves. So it will be a kind of risk in this fixed bit. And coming to billing projects, in billing project, client won't give the project to anyone. So he will take charge for the project, and he will release that budget according to the resources he have used. Like here is a risk for the client. For example, he will give amount to the developers depend on the time they spent. Like the developers, they will spend for some time, like particular time they are investing to complete that application. Based on their time investment, he will give some amount for the developers from the billing project, it will come from the client side. So the risk will be for the client here. So this is the difference between the fixed bill and a billing project. And coming to 14th question, it is about the timesheet. So whatever the work you have done in the particular day, you need to prepare the sample timesheets for that. So in this timesheet, we are going to prepare with the requirement gathering, requirement analysis, designing, development, testing, and UAT and the deployment. In this way, you need for these all the phases, you need to prepare a timesheet. So for all the phases, you need to prepare a timesheet for every phase. Like this is how a BA going to do. Like here in this timesheet for to the in requirement gathering phase, we have a task like identify the stakeholder meeting. So in this meeting, the meeting will be list down all the stakeholders. It will be conducted from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So the duration of this conducting meeting is for 1 hour. And also to client interaction, the clients will be interacting for to a meet to know about the applications and all to their know their requirements, and it will be conducted for 2 hours. In this way, how much time they are spending, 1 hour, 2 hours to implement an application. So whatever they are involving with the timeline, we are going to prepare a timesheet. In this way, we need to prepare for all the phases. Okay, so this is all about like how a BA going to do in a project. So this is all about the prep one part one you need to work on. So thank you team.